Yes. You have
Next on a plane.
Argo.
Les Misérables.
I heard Argo. Did Smash.
Rudy.
Rudy, alright. Who wants to be the last? One more?
Les Misérables.
Alright, I heard one of them. Alright, now let's go with some nouns.
Chair.
Make them really hard to spell.
Xylophone.
Raspberry.
Raspberry.
Toenail.
Camera.
Weird one.
Few more.
Beer.
Beer. Filament. Is that your lapdog?
Tablet.
Tuba.
Alright, we're good. Turn around and form a group of 3 to 4.
We're done. It's you.
Keep pointing until everyone's pointing at one person in your group.
My mother taught me pointing is rude.
Alright, you win.
Are we good? So your attention? Doesn't have to be one time? No? Alright. That person, congratulations, you're the team leader of the group. We're almost there. Okay. If you hear me clap once. If you hear me clap twice. If you hear me clap 3 times. 3's good. Okay. Alright, so you guys have 5 minutes to form a transmedia project related to that movie with that noun. After that, someone in your group is going to have 30 seconds to pitch to everyone as a whole. So 5.
And I don't know where the beer comes in, but I just know a little bit of the plot. It gets complicated when the box are they lined up.
And then how do we experience their stories? Or how do we experience, you need to experience the story of them, but also the beer?
In the back, listen up.
It's a shootout and involved are cops, criminals, and lovers. And there's going to be a flash mob raspberry war where you can pick a team. You can be on the cops, the criminals, or the lovers. We spread it through Twitter, and then using location tagging and actual fighting with raspberries, we see who wins the shootout.
Alright.
Movie combination, but we had Snatch and beer.
And I haven't seen the film. Okay. So we're rallying people to come together for a fight, which Brad Pitt is starring in it, and he doesn't have the confidence. But after 1 beer, little confidence. It's building. 2 beers, he's feeling it a little bit. 3 beers, he has the magic throw. He is ready to do it. But how do we get everyone there? We use a telegram, obviously. And the telegram is called Tweet. God, I'm losing it. And actually, the final throw is filmed on Vine, and it goes viral, and everyone sees it, and he's a hero.
Yeah.
Okay, our keywords were Tron. That is a giant xylophone. And kids ride BMX bicycles up and down, and every time they switch from one piece of the xylophone to another, there's a different sound. And eventually someone has the magic formula because they're able to hit the right keys in the right sequence and transform themselves into an alternate reality. And all of a sudden, magical things happen. They're in the Tron universe. And so now someone has to figure out how to escape from that universe by creating a whole new sequence. And they're twittering and everything else, and they're doing everything they can to try to get out of that, getting suggestions from all over the universe, and eventually they finally make it.
All right.
We had to pick our own movie because they ran out, so we did Back to the Future and Tuba. And so we were actually trying to imagine the idea of Biff, how Biff became a bully. All right, so he played the tuba. You know, he came out with his tuba solo album. He was awesome, at least in his mind. but everyone made fun of him. In fact, it was even caught on the Hill Valley newspaper of everyone pranking him and making fun of him as he played his tuba. So he became a bully, and thus the Biff story actually began from there.
Well, we got to choose, and I love film noir. So the idea is some kind of a takeoff on the Maltese Falcon, because the Maltese Falcon was filmed in San Francisco, and there's a database of every single location of movies that was ever made. So we have like 3 characters, typical characters: the seedy private eye, the mall, and the city as one of the major characters. And one of the things we'd like to use is every single bus stop has a way that you can tweet a question. So we would use that element. We were just in the process of trying to figure it out, but that was a way of sort of using, what's sort of essential in the city, these funky 1950s kind of character, and the scavenger hunt, which is looking at both the expected and unexpected aspects of the city as we go through it.
So we had ET and laptop, and we came up with the idea for a website with a map of San Francisco where fans can vote on what places that they want to see ET at in the city. And then once the votes come in, we have somebody dressed up as ET actually go to that site and act out ET doing a day in that area. And fans can watch online in a collective viewing experience, or go and try to find the ET in the spot in the city.
Okay, well, we chose All Dogs Go to Heaven and Camera. And where we came out with that was essentially kind of showing, we wanted to start with a video series to grab people's attention called Dogs in Heaven. Because what could be more adorable than dogs in heaven? But we also wanted to show Dogs on Earth as well, and kind of sort of prequel it. Tell stories about dogs on Earth who are homeless, basically, in order to kind of bring it around to pet adoption. Maybe you can partner up with the SFSPCA. Spin that off into a dog match app where you can essentially find a dog to adopt based on your proclivities and the kind of dog you want and your personality. Actually bring that into, give it a very city feel by maybe even sponsoring doggy play dates in San Francisco parklets, and of course getting pet food sponsors to put the bill for the whole thing.
Works for me, all right. So our movie was Les Mis, and our object was styrofoam, 2 things that go hand in hand. Our idea was that we could make sculptures around the city of scenes from Les Mis, and viewed from the side, it's a fun 3D sculpture made out of like carved styrofoam, laser-cut styrofoam. But viewed from the top, like let's say you're in Coit Tower looking down at it, it would actually get a QR code, and if you scan it, it would take you to a video, sort of a historical documentary on that scene and the time surrounding it. So that's about it.
We ended up picking Up and a Suitcase. And so Up is really about getting out of your comfort zone, exploring new worlds, and meeting new people and totally new things. So our app kind of is visually a suitcase. It's probably a virtual app on the phone that kind of does something along the lines of geocaching. You can start up the app, and we didn't quite get how you started, but let's say you start up the app and it tells you someplace to go. When you get to that location, you maybe get directions to tweet to other people, and once you got to that location, the last person that was there told you where the next place to go is. And so you end up going on a journey, and you tweet and connect with people, and over time, your suitcase collects all the different locations and different stickers for days that you completed, and so it would kind of be San Francisco centric, and you know, you could even have it be something that every Saturday at 3 o'clock people do, and at 5 o'clock you all end up at a particular bar.
Hi everybody. So our movie was Die Hard and our noun was watch. So first up, we're gonna make a sequel of the movie in form of a TV show. And after each episode, the game starts. So the game is taking place in the city and it's a quest. So we place all kind of different clues around the city, on billboards, on bus stations, and how we're related to watch because it's timed. So people start to go through the quest and they get updates through Twitter, real-time updates about what's going on. And the results of each quest will affect the next episode. So basically the participants of this quest decide what the next episode is going to be. So that's it.
All right, so we had Snatch and we had Couch. So obviously Jason Statham has just finished his role in Snatch. He realized the only way he was able to make all the money and get the diamond is because he had a killer team. And he's thinking about his next heist. And he's realized he knows how to get from point A to point B, but what he doesn't even know how to do is get to point A. And he knows he needs a team, so he's gonna say, all right, what does everybody have in their house? They have a couch. So he's gonna sit on his couch, he's gonna make a lovely video story about how he needs a team, and he's gonna send that out, and he's gonna try and fill that couch. And as soon as he fills that couch, gets his team set, he's gonna go get that diamond. So, there you go.
So we had Zoolander and Chair, and we already know that Zoolander is about their Zoolander's like magnet and the look. So I was going to be a chair that is physically going to be moved around in the city, and when you sit in the chair, they'll be taking a photo of you, or it'll be filmed, and it'll be uploaded, and you can tweet about it, and then people can vote, and you can be the day's their Zoolander look.
We had to pick ours, and we picked Donut Blade Runner. Every morning you get, as a Donut Blade Runner, you get a series of pictures of pastries very quickly. Is it a donut or is it a bagel? You have seconds to decide. Once you determine which ones are the donuts, you then have to travel the city hunting these donuts and eating them and verify that on Instagram whether you've eaten and acquired the donut or not. And at the end of the week, we tell you who is the greatest donut Blade Runner of all time. Yeah, that's Donut Blade Runner.
Okay, our movie was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and Microphone. So we wanted to do a project where we invite people to come to a place like Parisoma. They would record stories about a bad experience that they had, maybe a broken relationship or something. And then we would take that audio, anonymize it, and then upload it to the cloud, where other people could then download it and experience having that life for themselves. And then they can edit it, change that life, and then re-upload it again to the original person later on. Can hear how their life has changed for the better or for the worse. That's it.
So our movie was Snakes on the Plane, and the other word was table. So it's a new type of super safety table for the airplanes. So in case you find yourself on the plane full of snakes, so you just open up the table, it works as a shield, and automatically starts playing the sound that calms down the snakes, and it tweets the famous phrase by Samuel L. Jackson, get those mother-effing snakes off this mother-effing plane, and the plane number to your Twitter account. So that, police can come and say.
Last call, here on that guy. So we had Pulp Fiction and Envelope, and as we all know, in Pulp Fiction, all the plots are all messed up. and you're told where the secret envelopes are by your mobile app. So you've got to travel the city and get clues about what plot you are in and reassemble with the other people playing into the scenes the right way around.
Initially, we didn't really see the connection until we realized people have such a fear of sharks because of Jaws. What does styrofoam do to sharks? They kill sharks. So our idea was, why don't we plant an actual canvas and sort that's shaped like a shark in every major pier along the boardwalk or whatnot in San Francisco by the beach, and have that be a styrofoam collecting bid. Now, what you can do with an app or if it's on a website, it's a little virtual game where you can take a little shark and navigate it to pick up pieces of styrofoam. For every piece of styrofoam you pick up, you're saving so many sharks. So this is a way to change the way we see sharks.
All right. Thanks, guys. Let's make this quick. All right, tonight, after I stop talking, you guys are going to pitch your ideas. Anyone who wants to pitch can. It's going to be 60 seconds. What's going to happen is we're going to line everyone up here. This is the important part, so listen, because everyone always forgets this. After you finish, state the name of your idea, come over here and grab your giant piece of paper. So what happens after that? We're going to vote. So we're going to break off, you guys can mingle, talk to people, decide whether you like them or not, and whether you want to work on their idea. We're going to give you 3 Post-it notes. Those 3 Post-it notes count as your votes. Then you place your 3 Post-it notes on which ideas you like. You can vote for one, or you can vote for all 3 in one, or you can split them up, whatever you guys want to do. Then we'll tell the teams, we'll form them, and then you guys can start working. So, I'm going to go a little bit into the judging criteria, then we'll start the pitch. But just so you guys have an idea of what's going to happen on Sunday, you guys have 5 minutes to present in front of a panel of judges. They're going to judge on 4 things. Usually it's 3, but we're going to do customer validation. So that's your audience for this weekend. The story you're trying to tell is this something they're interested in? Do you guys actually have customers and people that are interested in what you're doing? Execution, what you guys actually did over the weekend. Did you build on something? I think we went over pretty quick, but there's a requirement that you're on 3 mediums over the weekend. So that can be social media, it can be in person, or what's another example? Paper. All right, that's a medium. And business model. So what do you guys plan on doing with this project? Is this a weekend thing? Are you guys going to scale this afterwards? How are you going to make this successful and sustainable? So things like that doesn't have to be an actual business model. And then of course, story. This is what's the experience of the story you guys are telling throughout the weekend with your idea. So it has to be kind of a synced process. And if you guys have any, is there any questions about Transmedia before we get started? I know this is a little different, new, and exciting. No? All right, good. Great. Okay. Go ahead.
Is the goal here to create a Transmedia project or a Transmedia company?
It's up to your team to decide. But if you do the company, it should have a story. So as long as it covers these 4 things, customer validation, execution, business model, and story, you're good. Okay, so I'm going to put Elise on the spot, and I'm going to make her do an example pitch for Transmedia. So we have a timer, and make sure to state the name. Yes, we're timing you. You ready? 60 seconds.
No, I'm not going to do the pitch. I'm going to go back just a second on the challenge, okay? So first of all, I hope you all understood that Transmedia is first of all about the story, okay? So whatever you want to build, whatever project you want to build, think about what story you want to develop, okay? So you're going to build a Transmedia project or an experience that is going to unroll on 3 different platforms, okay? But our judges are going to also judge you mainly on what's your story and is it good, okay? Judges include someone from Lucasfilm, someone from IDEO, the city of San Francisco, and someone from AKQA, so advertising agency. So the story, okay, is super important in whatever you're building, okay? Then, it's mostly Transmedia projects. This is our first one, so if you want to try and create a transmedia company, why not? You know, why not? But it was mostly about create a transmedia project or experience, okay? And then just to take 2 seconds about the prizes, the goal of a startup weekend, you know, is to take your project and implement it afterwards. So you're going to have office space, you're going to have consulting services offered by all our partners, GAFTA, Transmedia SF, parisoma, etc. Okay? Any questions before we start the pitches? I know a lot of you guys have pitches.
Jonathan's going to do an example pitch.
Yeah, Jonathan, you do the example pitch.
Stand up.
Okay, I just pulled it 60 seconds. I just pulled this off the top of my head. An interactive story about a homeless guy called Jeff with an in real life game with a location aware app where you can follow the life of Jeff and earn points that will be used by local businesses to donate to social services run by the city. What's my team name? Half-assed Homeless Jeff Project. Cool.
All right.
You can pitch a story, or you can pitch a platform you want to play with. You don't have to pitch the entire Transmedia project, okay? Very important, because then you're going to build this with your team, okay? Right?
Yeah, and
I will say for all the startup weekends I've been to, the clearest pitches are always the ones that do the best. So try to be clear, say what you're trying to do, who you want in your team, and if you botch it, this is a learning process. So you have plenty of time to go around and talk to people afterwards. So who's excited? Alright, I think there's one more round. Alright, so if you want to pitch, come on, line up over here.
Jason Burton. I came up with the idea that I'm going to call Sidewalk Chalk, and it'll basically use the city format, Google Maps Street View, and the tablet paint style program to where people could go through the virtual city and paint murals on buildings in their neighborhood. It'll also allow room for different kind of gamification or like owning territories, and you'll use a mobile device to bookmark buildings. What I need is people's engineers that know how to do mobile apps and that could put all the software together and make this happen. Thank you.
What's the name of it?
Sidewalk Chalk.
Sidewalk Chalk. All right, thanks. So come on over here, grab your piece of paper.
Hi everyone, my name is Shauna. I'm here from LA 2050. We are a movement that is shaping and building the future of Los Angeles along 8 different indicators. We've looked at the health of the region along 8 different indicators, including education, health, social connectedness, volunteerism, and we've projected what LA will look like in 2050. And what we're looking to do is change the story. Right now it's a story of neglect, often it's a dismal story. We're looking to really empower the story of hope, which is there. And we want to use, this will be a prototype actually for the city of LA, but it could be modeled in any city. It could be in San Francisco, Vancouver, where I'm actually from. And we want to capture the stories of actual citizens on the ground of what are they envisioning for the future of Los Angeles. Using imagery, text, video. We want to see people using audio clips too, and actually capture that on our website, which is launching this February. We're also giving away $1 million, so there's going to be a lot of eyeballs, but we need the stories. We so need to capture those. So please join us. We need developers, engineers, and designers. Thank you. LA 2050. LA 2050.
All right. Grab your paper. Remember to grab your paper.
Hi everybody, my name is Mike Ratner, nickname Mike Rich. I'm the editor-in-chief for the U.S. News Bureau based in L.A., and I'm also in Shanghai. And I travel around quite a bit to trade shows. In fact, since the beginning of the year, this is my 7th event. Believe it or not, it was at CES and Blog World in Vegas and Macworld now and here. So what I realize is that there isn't really a wire service, news wire service, that covers trade shows really well. And so I'm looking at sort of pitching that, which we can demo products and get to meet people and all kinds of exciting events that we cover this live through an online channel. So we have expotwitter.com and expowire.com, and what we really need to have is sort of people who can help build this out and pitch it to investors and people who would help join the team worldwide, because there are conventions happening in every major city in the world and they're not being covered in the way that they could be. Thank you.
What's the name?
Oh, Mike Ratner, and it's Expo Wire.
Expo Wire. All right, thanks.
Hello, my name is Tim Eaton. I've worked in major theatrical feature films for 30 years. I have a multi-platform, full-spectrum, Tesla-centric project, the feature film King's Speech for Geeks, called The Lost Wizard. We have a rock opera science fair project. This is all inspired by the inventor Nikola Tesla, some people may or may not have heard of. The project, I was at a Tesla conference in New York City, where I met the UN General Assembly President Vuk Jeremic, who's working with Professor Jeffrey Sachs of Columbia University Earth Institute. They're doing a worldwide carbon initiative. The project I'm proposing is a multi-aggregated information environmental database. It would be Tesla-inspired, called Tesla Central. Basically, the proposition is to try and kneecap Chevron with game-changing environmental energy propositions that people out in the grassroots can crowd power. Tesla Central.
What's the name?
Tesla Central.
And who do you need to join the project?
Anyone who wants to kneecap Chevron.
Ready? Sure. My name is Justin Oliphant, and we're looking at this idea of how we get people sitting down and playing games with each other. So we're developing a board game, and the board game is all about giant monsters destroying San Francisco. In fact, smashing it. And so we have about 15 different monsters that we're looking at that will be, smashing San Francisco and fighting each other. And we're looking to actually develop the storylines which lead them into this moment of getting into the board game to play it itself. So we've been prototyping and testing out the board game. We feel really confident with it. And again, what we're looking at right now is actually developing the storylines for each of the individual monsters. And we have them all kind of lining up and figuring out, but it's a lot of fun to play. And at any point this weekend, if any of you guys want to come by and test out the board game, come on by. It takes about an hour and it's a lot of fun, and it's all San Francisco based. So again, the project is iSmash SF. And that's it.
All right.
60 seconds.
Hi,
Jim Chandler,
the letter
Minnesota. Been in the Bay Area 40 years. Berkeley, Stanford, MBA, publishing, tech, but always a writer. Alice, through the plasma display. Before she was here, Jefferson Airplane. Now she's back, but not for flowers. This time, she's back for startups, for entrepreneurs. She's back for the rush. Alice does what Alice does. She wanders around, she asks people, she talks to them, she interviews. She finds all kinds of strange things. She puts them all in a box. It's a shareable box. Other people come along, they put them in a box. Companies, people, job listings. Now we have a revenue stream. Alice makes her own flash events. Show up. Alice sent me here, 20% off, another revenue stream. She needs a designer, a developer, a marketer. But things change in the plasma world. She starts all over again. First, Alice needs help here in the city, in San Francisco. AliceSF.com. Alice with a Y. All right.
Another board game idea. My name is Mark Smithovus, and I have in my hands a classic award-winning board game called Scotland Yard. If you want to play the board game later, I'm happy to do so, but basically what I'd like to do is convert this board game into a digital version that's played with mobile phones, and the city of San Francisco is the board. So I'm happy to give you some more details about that. The platforms I'll be using, obviously mobile phones, Twitter, GPS, but it also involves geocaching and even live action role playing. So what do I need? I obviously won't say no if you're a technologist, but I'd also love to connect with creatives. If you're an actor, videographer, writer, because there's a whole immersive storyline that goes in with this game as well. So, thank you very much.
What's your name? The name?
Scotland Yard.
Hey everyone, my name is Quentin Cotillard. I, like many of you, visited many cities in the world, and I've always learned by the book. So I've always bought a book or gone to a website and followed the instruction in the book and visited restaurants, page 37 and so on. The idea here would be to essentially create characters that visit the city, characters that you want to identify with, that go off the beaten path. How would they do that? How would they take you to visit the city with them? Would be by doing, I'm sure every one of you are familiar with Space Invaders, those little tiles that people created and put around buildings of the world. Well, we would do the same thing, creating a tiling system that allows you to, on your phone, create the tiles and place them on building virtually. That would allow people to follow those characters and also participate by doing the same thing, creating their own tiles, painting them on walls. So that's Space Invader. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nathan. I come from Project Policy. We are an existing company. We were started at Startup Week in Cambridge 2 months ago, which we won, and then Startup Week in UK, which we also won. And we're about consolidating the world's government information on one single platform. What we recognize is that there's more and more information out there, but it's scattered, it's all over the place, and so we've created a platform to aggregate all of this. What we want to do this weekend is create one of our most important features, which we could call Project Democracy, which is about creating the first democratic engagement feature ever, so that citizens could interact with policymakers about the issues that they encounter in their daily lives. So in order to execute on this, we're looking for developers and anyone passionate about policy. Thank you.
Hey everybody, my name is Gavin, and I'm a San Francisco native, and I've been traveling the world studying cultures and collaborating on creative directing projects in innovation and the design process. And what I've noticed is that San Francisco has obviously been an art and culture mecca, and it's now becoming a tech mecca. And basically, I see a problem arising. All this innovation in tech is causing a mental matrix within the cities. And so if we're going to be truly an innovative and creative city, we got to tap into the two problems we're facing. A connection to the natural world, and a connection to our own creative energy, and how the natural energy flows through the city. We're blessed with oceans and redwoods and all these great things. So we're going to map this, like all the energy and the creativity in the city, and disperse it through the different areas that are serving in our own life, so we become more connected. So I need developers, creatives, storytellers, and definitely a business development person. And the name of the project is City Earth Energy Evolve, CE3. City Earth Energy Evolve.
Thanks. I'm Robin McCain. My project is called Port City. Okay, just as the City of San Francisco recently created sfgov.org to provide a portal to all city services, we would like to create a single point of entry that ties together the history of the city in a larger social context. For example, through the eyes of a submarine crew member setting out on patrol in 1944, use multi-platform game with geolocation and social connectivity to entertain and educate. Locales include the USS Pampanino, a real submarine, Heron's Head Park, India Basin, Isaias Creek, Baby Library, publicly accessible portions of Hunters Point Shipyard. All right, thank you. Creatives, designers.
project is an open documentary, interactive, multifaceted story about the ecosystem of innovation and disruption in action in San Francisco and its impact on transforming the city into a more participative and efficient environment. The audience will connect macro and micro perspective through, for example, linking civil rights movements to open data legislation, the impact on public-private partnership, and then bridges to the sharing economy, which in turn has an impact on urban planning and the life of Ted, SRO resident in the Tenderloin. Using HTML5 videos, interactive timelines and maps, video games and real-life events, we'll invite the audience to connect the dots between story elements by weaving them together into custom designed narratives. The objective of this weekend is to demonstrate the interactivity of the project, its creative potential, and its ability to foster civic and cultural engagement. HTML5. What's the name? Open City.
Open City. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Mary, and the story is about Coyote Jack. The protagonist is a coyote that comes across the Golden Gate Bridge. And the story is really about climate change, what we can do as residents and citizens to change the environment of the city using the parks and the streets and all of the different backyards and neighborhoods and some of the trees and the plants that are in the public space. So what I need are developers, video, could be a public event, we could use something outside, going to parks, website-based, and social media as well. So it's Coyote Jack. Coyote.
Brings together the synergy between people, ideas, and local art in the community. So I've seen in places like Berlin, Detroit, when you have economic downturn, artists are the people who bring back, they revitalize parts of the city. But then it gets to a certain point where they can't always sustain themselves, and then they have to move on to somewhere else. So what I want to do is create this application where people can leave virtual graffiti around the city. It's going to be gamified, so you can compete with other people, and then better ideas, better graffiti will stay longer. You get karma points by supporting local artists in the community, so we get a synergy between art, maintaining the local artists, and people throughout the rest of the world who can be exposed to the ideas which are created in those virtual spaces. Application name is Street Art.
Story. So 1 year ago, I moved to San Francisco, and everybody was saying, San Francisco is such a great city, there's so many things to do. But you know what? I just ended up feeling the frustration of being totally lost in a new city. Information is so accessible, but it's like all scattered all around different websites and apps. And sometimes you don't even know where to start. So that's how my project, The Signpost, was born. So The Signpost is a augmented reality newspaper, and also it's a multimedia project. So what if we take an old-fashioned newspaper format and combine it with a smartphone, transmitting different media like maps, videos, social, on a paper, creating an amazing experience of interaction with the city. So all creative minds out there helped me to make this project real. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Susan Bell. I am a creative technologist with Transmedia Storyteller Ltd. and a film and TV producer who used to work on Robot Chicken for 4 seasons. Anyway, I'm also new to San Francisco, and I don't know much about the neighborhoods in the city. So I want to build a project called My I Hood, as in neighborhood. It would feature people who shoot 1-minute videos of themselves in their neighborhoods and then do 4 to 6 of their favorite places in that hood. Then I want to combine it into a geolocated app as well as an interactive website. So with the app, you can walk through the city and see what someone's talking about in this hood, or on the interactive website, you can plan your adventures in the city. All right, thanks. And I need developers, a designer, and other filmmakers would be great.
Hi, my name is Sheridan. I'm a screenwriter. I've worked on high-level PBS and British television programs. My project is Tiger Ladies. It's a fashion comedy movie. And I wanted to make a movie, and my friend said, why don't you use the Transmedia? So what we're going to do is I have a Facebook page ready to do it. It's kind of like a webisode, short videos and films. A fashion show, maybe with Eco Chic from Goodwill, so people style and restyle clothes, kind of a contest. The other idea is to turn it into a Zara type of lifestyle retail store online for professional women between 15 and 50, more or less. That's the target audience. The idea is to really target women who have a very busy professional lifestyle. I got the idea from my friend who's a fashion designer from China, and she said, why don't we do something that fills this need? Because there's a lot of international design coming into the city, and there's a lot of creativity at the street level, not just fashion, high-end street fashion. So that's what it is, Tiger Ladies.
Hi, my name is Lakshmi. I'm calling my project Cityscape. Basically, it's going to be a platform where people can upload stories of their experiences in cities. So I met my partner in San Francisco. I had a great time at Pier 39 and stuff like that. And they can post it to the website for other readers to rate and review and add their own experiences, maybe other forms of media like pictures, illustrations, photographs, and maybe even create a book out of that. And it could also be extended to be like a travel app that provides personalized recommendations. Saying, okay, I like rap, I like paintings, I like music, what do I do in a second? So it says, okay, pick up your crap, your fisherman's wharf, watch the street painters, and go down to Pier 39 and listen to great music. So it's basically a platform where people can share stories and build books out of stories based on cities. Also, I need a developer for my project. Thank you. Great.
My name is Trasha, and I just thought the project. Basically, I want to work out, so I'm going for a run in the city. I have to collect items that display on my phone, and I compete with my friends on how many items I collect. I have to run fast because these items have certain amount of time that they disappear. Then they disappear. So my friends try to slow me down either by setting ambushes on the virtual place that actually display on my mobile phone or in the actual physical place by throwing a water balloon at me, for example, to slow me down. So I'm gonna need a developer, I'm gonna need a designer, and someone to name this game because I have no idea what to name it. I'm gonna name it Ambush for the moment. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Wilson, and I want to create an app called Show Me Around. So if you guys have been to museums, you guys would have got those little walkie-talkies that describe to you different parts about the museum, interesting things that you should know. So I thought it would be cool for locals to record interesting notes or images about a certain location. And for someone that's new to the city, whenever they walk around this place, they could get little pop-ups, little informations about these little niche, interesting places that you could visit apart from big landmarks. Yeah, I need everybody. That's it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Yanis. I'm from Latvia. I'm a software engineer, and I have an application which a mobile tracking application which can record your route when you are walking around the city, which can record your trip information, and you can shoot the photos when you are walking around, and afterwards you can share your route with your friends. And platforms are first of all mobile devices. Afterwards you can share your route information via web in the social networks or something like that. And I'm looking for a team, or I would like to join some team which is kind of related to that kind of GPS tracking and map information.
What's the name?
Thanks. My name is Yanis.
And the project name?
Go.
Yanis.
Hi everyone, my name is Gal. I'm a full stack web developer, for many years. I know cars and driving is a dirty word in San Francisco, but my idea is an app and a website that lets people rent their parking spot to people that need parking spots. Name is maybe Social Parker or something, and need a graphic designer, business plan people, UX, mobile developer, web developer, anybody else who has ideas that can contribute. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Libby. I wasn't planning to pitch this, but it seems to fit. I've been working on something called the Marshmallow Project, and what we're doing is trying to develop a workshop that teaches kids about design thinking using 3D printing. What we really need is a story. We need a story that we can use with these kids, and so if anybody's interested in helping us come up with that story or ways that it might fit into other platforms, that would be awesome. It's called the Marshmallow Project.
Hi, my name is Cecily. There's a belief in the game industry that women prefer casual games and men prefer serious games. This is actually just a chicken and egg issue where women don't have games made for them to enjoy. I made a prototype of such a game. Think a sci-fi Grand Theft Auto for girls. It would be based on a narrative experience that could be played out in 5 to 10 minute increments, similar to the habits of a casual game, but with sandbox elements that are driven by real scientific data. It wouldn't be girly and typical. It would be subversive and very enticing. Grand Theft Auto for girls.
Hi, my name is Philip, and I'm from Proactivism. I want to start with a statement that is the following. In the age of information, ignorance is a choice, and we're trying to get information that starts with knowledge. My organization, it's a brand, an ideology, and for the most news organization. But I think that is happening right now could relate with nutritional obesity facts in the United States, that we have a lot of food, but it's not good food. Information would be the same, but information would be the nutrition value that would make you smarter and help you to take better decisions in the future. I want to make a product that it's very entertaining, very interactive, and stimulating for young people. For them to take information and read news and be part of the political and social process in a way that it's fun for them. Make it a trendy and cool activity. Thank you. Felipe Proactivism.
All right.
Hi, my name is Jenny, and I am here because I love business. I love every single business class I have ever taken, and I am interested in the entrepreneurs that are here in this room and as well as in this city. This is the capital of small businesses, which means that there are a lot of entrepreneurs with really, really great and compelling stories. And how awesome would it be to download an application where you can capture all those stories? When you walk into your local Thai restaurant, what if you can get a story about that owner in whichever media they wanted to showcase their story, whether it's a timeline or a short story or a video. I think that that would really inspire all the business minds here in San Francisco and also create a very rich San Francisco for all the business people here. Entrepreneur story.
Hi everyone, I'm Jerry. I'm here. I wasn't going to pitch an idea, but I'm here anyways. I've been thinking a lot about changing how we learn any given subject, really. But here, I think with Transmedia in San Francisco, being that it is about the city, I wanted to be able to have a platform to teach all the people that have come to, become a fabric of the city from all over the world, to learn about the cultural figures that have made up San Francisco. We hear the names Moscone, we hear all the names of the people that have built San Francisco, but we don't really know who they are. So I wanted to form a social media website where you see these people connected to each other, and then they'll be texting you, they'll be sending you Facebook posts, they'll be posting on their walls about what their accomplishments are in a false timeline. So then you get the history, you understand the rich history of San Francisco, kind of in an alternate timeline as it happens, and you get to visit all the places, you can tag all the places, locations you go visit, so it makes all of San Francisco into this one gigantic museum.
Great. What's the name?
Museum SF.
Yeah, I figured I'd just pitch the same idea I came up with 10 minutes ago. Donut Blade Runner. Well, I've called something else, that's my trademark, but I don't know about San Francisco, but in LA we have a problem, and the problem is cupcakes. Cupcakes have been elevated to some sort of level of pastry that really isn't deserved because any third grader can make a cupcake, but donuts require a lot more skill and danger because it's hot oil. So I'm going to make a donut gamified discovery storytelling platform where you of course find and hunt down donuts in your local vicinity that are unique.
So I'm an engineer at Google, and I want
Allowing your children to learn how to use their creativity.
And this social product needs to be to connect people all around the world to change their crafts. It means they can change physical things. For example, I will give you my car so you can give me your car for one day. Or it can change, for example, if I'm a soccer player, I could give you one my day being a soccer player. And for example, if some girl is a musician, I could go attend and be one day musician. So it's like, I need people after the project is done, who can be creative ideas how we can promote it internationally. It's a real project.
What's the name of the project?
Excitement. Excitement.
Last chance. Anyone else want to pitch? Going once. Going twice.
All right, you're up here first. Go ahead. Yeah, two. Just come on up still. You guys want to pitch? You're still over here.
Okay, so this is kind of a mini pitch. Like all these are really big ideas that I don't know. I'm a producer for the Bold Italic, and where I do all like the visual stories. And there's all these ideas that could get more layered. Like I've always wanted to do one where it's like voyeurism based. So just having a series where you put out like fireplace, and then everybody that takes a picture of their fireplace and hashtags it, and then you have like a collection of the inside of everybody's life, or you do like outside your bedroom window, or like your nightstand, or like inside your top drawer, and you just have like constant collections of these little moments of the city.
What's the project name?
Voyeurism.
You're gonna be featured in a Gold Italic if you work with her.
Yeah, it could be like a little one-time thing, but it's what's the name? Voyeur.
Voyeur.
Voyeur SF.
Voyeur SF.
Hi, my name is Jordan Merrill. I've been a web developer for pretty much as long as it's been possible. I have a son who had a 10-year rock star career, and mostly worked for scary kids scaring kids. My favorite rock star. But they traveled around the world. They came out of it without any debt. I'm totally proud of him. But now he's going into film. I'd like to start a project that tells the story of different performing artists who are visiting San Francisco. So it tells the story. It's a way of promoting them, a way of on the web, and it tells what they're doing here, what they've done in the past. But I need people who are, I need film people, I need developers, designers, and people who are interested in performing artists.
What's the name?
Performing art story, or performing artist story.
All right.
Hello. So I have an idea off of Museum SF, I guess. I just, whatever, came up with this. Yeah, which guy is that? Which Museum SF? Right there? Okay, so 100 years ago, use Twitter, use RSS feed, very simple. Where you're at, what happened 100 years ago? Right here, this day, That's pretty much it. They would tweet you or whatever. You open the app and they would, be that, and then you could load it up and there'd be videos if there was video 100 years ago. A collection of kind of that older data, and then it could, grow to 25 years, 50 years, 75 years, something like that. That would kind of have a capsule type feel to it, and Transmedia would pop up and, video or audio snippets. So that's it. It's called 100 years ago. 100 years ago.
All right. So is that 20? 34 options. All right, round of applause. All right. Great job, guys. Okay, so now the fun part. If you pitch and you think you did a horrible job of pitching, now is your chance to recruit people. So you guys are going to get up in a second, mingle, talk to people you want to work with, decide which project you want to do. What's going to happen is after a little bit, we're going to give you 3 post-it notes. Those count as your votes. You'll put them on these giant pieces of paper for whatever you want to vote for. You have 3 options. Then we'll tally them up. So if you have an idea, in order to continue working for the weekend, you need at least 3 people to work for you, with you, with your team. So we're going to announce the voters after that, but go ahead right now, mingle, figure out which groups you guys want to work with. This is very important. First things first is we have a lot of resources you guys can use over the weekend. You all should have an email for that. If you did not, or if you have any questions about how to use any of the sponsors, resources, or anything along that, let us know. We're here to help. All right. So I'm going to announce the teams. How this works is the teams I announced, they're the ones moving forward. If your team is not picked, but you have 3 people willing to work on your idea, come talk to us, we'll work something out. But with that said, the teams that are continuing are I Smash. Alright, I Smash, I'm going to put you in that corner over there. If you want, wait for it. If you guys want to talk to I Smash or work with them, he will be over there by that pillar. There we go. Stay in one spot. Yeah, so
can you have the people that are going to places re-pitch really quickly? Because this one, can the people that are being chosen to have the teams re-pitch?
All right. So if I call your name, come on up here. I'll do it that way. So I Smash, you're here. Let's see. Donut Project. All right, this is getting easy. LA 2015. Round of applause. You guys can clap. Marshmallow Project. Yeah. This is like the winner spot over here. Project Democracy. Come on up. Okay, so donut. CE3. Where are you? CE3. All right. Tiger Ladies. Come on up. Show me around. Alright. And last but not least, Grand Theft Girl. Yeah! Alright. Everyone listen up. You guys have like 2 sentences to explain your idea, and then we're going to spread you around the room. So, yeah. Be my guest. Who wants to start? Alright, listen up everyone.
Okay, this is Donut Dazzler. This is Ralph from Donut Dazzler. I have 2 sentences to explain what my project is, but as many people will know who've talked to me, this project is somewhat undetermined. We are just going to elevate donuts to the rightful place above cupcakes as a pastry choice in America today. And you can make that happen by joining my team, which already quite has a little bit of social proof behind it. So, Donut Dazzler.
Yeah! Sorry. I'm excited about that. My name is Justin. This is I Smash. It's a board game about giant monsters destroying San Francisco. We're
we're essentially doing the platform of the monsters and the backstories for them. And so we're looking to tell that across different platforms and tell those stories. Also, playing the board game and have fun.
This is LA 2050. It's a project of the Goldthorpe Foundation and Good Magazine, and we are building a collaborative platform to share stories of the visions of citizens of the future of Los Angeles across 8 different indicators, and we want to tell it through video, imagery, text, audio, etc. on our website.
Alright, the Marshmallow Project. We are going to develop a basic game narrative of some sort for 3D printing with kids, and hopefully the goal is designing a better tomorrow or a better city of tomorrow or something along those lines.
Yeah, so show me around. So you guys are all local people, so you guys will record something interesting about a place that you guys really like through writing, images, video, whatever, and then as a tourist, if I walk past it, something will pop up and they will tell me to check this place out. Yeah, I don't want to just visit landmarks, something cool, you know? Yeah, everybody.
City, Earth, Energy, Evolve. So we're going to help create social engagement platforms where people can show the most creative spots, the highest energy spots, like the spots that are good to just sink in and relax your energy. Anything that's based on creativity, energy, and ways of engaging toward stories, and basically helping people explore, discover, and share why San Francisco is the most innovative, creative, and energetically high vibrational city on the planet.
Hi, the Project Democracy here. We've already been working at building basically a platform to unify, organize, and visualize the world's policy data information. And now we're here because we want to build another layer upon that, a human layer. Basically a platform where the general public can interact with their policymakers in data-driven discussions for greater transparency, greater democracy. So if you're interested, we're here.
Tiger Ladies, we're the fashion comedy movie. We're going to be developing an e-commerce site, which is a lifestyle site for fashion movies, webisodes, and fashion show contests to help develop the fashion industry and the film industry in San Francisco.
Signpost, one more.
So again, Signpost is a documentary reality newspaper about the city that collects all the best experiences out there and puts in a weekly digest. That's it.
Okay, so we're gonna have to we're gonna have to reconfigure this room a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. Grand Theft Girl.
Grand Theft Auto for girls. So in this game, instead of shooting people or stealing cars, you solve problems using real engineering skills, and you deal a lot with relationships. There's multiple paths. I've done a lot of research on gender-inclusive game design. This is more towards serious game than casual game that can be played in short spurts.
All right. Okay. So, first of all, round of applause for all you guys. Great job. All right. How this works now is we have another 2 hours here at least. So you guys are gonna form your teams. Think about what you want to do over the weekend. Really come up with the game plan. Hash everything out. I'm gonna put you guys, stay here for a second. I'm gonna place you in rooms so you can find where they are. Once you think your team is done, come find us, and we're gonna set you up with a little table. You guys get working. So, signposts, where are you gonna be? They wanna find you in the room. Pick a spot. All right, you're too slow. That corner over there. Oh, sorry. Thank you. You reminded me. One quick thing about the venue. Right now, I don't think we're allowed to go upstairs. If it gets tight, we can. I mean, we'll figure something out. Please be mindful of the space. There's a lot of us here, so try to keep your space clean, the bathrooms, the food, everything like that. Parisoma was nice enough to host us, so let's be nice to them. Okay, sorry, signpost. You're gonna be over in that corner? If you guys do the signpost, we're gonna go to the corner. Who's next? CE3, you're gonna be by that wall of words. You wanna find that?
I'll be here.
Alright, show me around here. I Smash, I'm gonna put you by the bikes. The bikes, right over there. I Smash us up. You can be by the food. What's your project? Project Democracy is by the food. Who am I missing? LA 2050, I'm gonna put you by the sign table. And who am I missing? Anyone else? Donut Dazzle, you can go by this glass door. Marshmallow Project, we'll put you in the center post. All right, go find your team.